Hey everyone, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy, and today we're going to unbox a Y-Wing Scout Bomber from the TV show Rebels. So let's go cut this thing loose, come on. Alright everybody, here we are today with a Y-Wing Scout Bomber from the TV show Rebels. And we are going to unbox this thing today, but real quickly before we get that far, I just want to quickly spin the packaging around, let you guys take a look at it. And of course this set comes with a Kanan Jarrus figure. If you're not familiar with the TV show Rebels, he's their Jedi character. And just real quickly, if you're someone who hasn't seen the TV show Rebels, it's very well done. It's a very good show. I highly recommend it. And it is canon. So what we have here is a picture of the product. They're showing you some of the features of the toy and a quick description. I'll go ahead and read that to you guys. Armed with proton bombs and laser cannons, this prototype Y-Wing Scout Bomber uses its rotating engines to provide enhanced maneuverability during flight. Okay, so let's get into this thing. I'm dying to check this thing out. Okay, we gotta go in from the top. I thought we were going in from the side. Alright. Wow, it feels... yeah, wow. They glued this thing shut. Not a problem. Alright. Whoops. Just dropped Kanan. Alright. Oops, we have a little bit of instruction manual here, but I think we can figure it out. There it is, and I already see we have some bombs. Very nice. You get 2 of them. And we have the Kanan figure. Let's see here. It looks like you're taped in here. Okay, gotcha. Oh no, we got a bent blade. Okay, I just wanted to pop him out real quick. We'll take a look at him in a second, and I want to get this guy out of here. And it looks like there's a little string holding him in there. No problem. All right. Okay, so let's, gotta have the cockpit open to rotate the front blaster cannons. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure I got everything in the right direction. Alright, but here it is, your Y-Wing Scout Bomber. And, okay. Trying to get an idea for what it all does. And looking underneath here, there's no landing gears or anything like that. It looks like you just land on these little bump outs there. You can see they stick out a little bit. Very nice. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure. This is Kanan Jarrus. Let's get you out of there. And if you aren't familiar with the show Rebels, what this guy is was during the Clone Wars, he was a Jedi Padawan, and he was able to survive Order 66, and his master did not survive. So his training was not complete. So he's kind of like a incomplete, not totally trained Jedi. He's pretty close, but he doesn't have all the knowledge of the Force that a fully trained Jedi does. So he runs into some problems with that, but There he is. And you can see, I think one of the reasons they're calling this a special edition Kanan is I think it's because he has the little headset on for pilots. And then, of course, we have his lightsaber. And I'm just checking real quick. I always like to see if the blade comes out. And that does not appear to be the case with this one. And unfortunately, mine has a little bit of warping to it. But you just straighten it back out. And there you go. Well, close. But you're going to find that from time to time when you're collecting toys. Sometimes you're going to get some warped pieces. But that's pretty accurate to the show what his lightsaber handle looks like. Okay, so let's run through Kanan's movements real quick. So looking at his head here, you've got side to side, little up and down wiggle, shoulder rotation, no wrist movement, and then of course you're going to have to be able to put him in the seated position to put him in the Y-wing. And as you'll see here, if you look, he's a Jedi with a blaster, and he has it on his side there. And it does not come out. It's molded to the figure. It's part of the figure's mold. And what it is, the reason he's a Jedi with a blaster is, of course, this is after Order 66, so if you're a Jedi, you have to hide that fact. So he keeps his lightsaber hidden, and for his primary weapon, if he's not using his lightsaber, he has a blaster pistol. And one of the things that it doesn't do it on this figure, and if you watch the show, you'll see this, and the Black Series figure does this. What it is his lightsaber handle in the show, it comes apart into 3 pieces, and he attaches it to his belt on 3 different spots. And so if you look at it, you can't tell it's a lightsaber, and then when he's ready to use it, he'll take it out and he'll assemble the 3 pieces and put the lightsaber handle together. But let's see how well... Wow, he's got really tight fit grip on his lightsaber there. But there's how he holds it. And again, yeah, I know my blade's bent a little bit, but it's okay. And then let's see, I'm willing to bet, because there's a little steering column in there with 2 handles, and he's going to have no problem putting it in either hand. Very cool. All right, that looks good. All right, so let's see how he fits in the ship. So there's no button or latch or anything. There's just a little cutout here on the cockpit canopy. And what you do is you're just going to pull it forward, and he should slide right in there, I'm hoping. All right. And, oh, okay, so one of the things I'm seeing already. So when you put his hands like he's in the driving position, you see the distance between his hands. That's about an inch or so, right? And then if you look at the steering mechanism and the ship, it's probably about a ½ inch where the handles are. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see it. There you can see it's really close together. So when you get him in there, it doesn't appear that you're going to be able to get him to hold the steering mechanism with both hands, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to be a one-hand type of thing, so... Alright, we're probably just going to leave him off that for now. But there he is. He's in there, and close the cockpit canopy, and he is in there just fine. Let's see here. Alright, cool. He stays in. So then you have these laser cannons here on the front, and they rotate, and you can see they're limited on how far they can rotate, because here on this side you're hitting the canopy cover, and then when you go to the other side, you're hitting the canopy cover right here. So that's the limit of your range. And they do spin a full 360, but to do that, you have to open the canopy, and then you can spin them, because you may want to tuck them backwards, because that's how it was in the box. They were tucked backwards like that. So if you want to do that for storage reasons, you can do that. And then what you have here is a little gunner compartment, and the way this opens, so what you got here is a dual blaster, and it does move back and forth. You can see there's a little cutout for it to slide. No problem. And it also opens, and you can tell what that's for. That is for an R2 unit. And you're supposed to have a very specific one to put in there. You're supposed to have Chopper, and if you don't know who Chopper is, he's actually does a cameo in Rogue One, and he's a little orange and white R2 unit. And here, let me see here. There's a picture of him on the box. You can see it. He's right there. And unfortunately, he is one figure I'm lacking in my collection. I do not have a Chopper yet. I'm working on it. But you would put Chopper in there, and as you can see on the box, you know, that's how he sticks out, and he would control the gunner. He's a very feisty R2 unit that is pretty good in a fight if you watch the show. So then we're looking at the engine compartment, or part of the ship, and it rotates. So as it was saying in the description, if you want to, I guess it's kind of like a Harrier, where it can, if you want to hover, you put the engine compartments like that, and they actually do go forward a little bit. So you have extreme reverse, and they point up, and that's about the range of rotation on them. So, and you can feel, it doesn't really make a clicking sound, but I can feel it as I turn it. There's like little notches cut out, so you have little positions, so it's not the engines aren't just flopping around, so you can hear it. But so it'll stay when you don't have them in that position, so they will stay in this horizontal position. So okay, and then the other thing, we had some bombs, and here's what they look like again, and they're just plastic, nothing fancy, and somehow we are going to load these things into the, okay, let's see here. Okay, very interesting. I wanted to test it out a little bit before I, okay, so you snap them in like that, and you can see there's little cutouts, no bomb, and you just stick them in there, and you push them down, you'll hear them click and snap into position. Very cool. And so if you look closely here, you'll see there's a little button on either engine. And so what we're going to do is push the button and see what happens. And my guess is a bomb's going to drop. Or not. There we go. Why are you not coming out, buddy? Okay, this guy got stuck. There we go. Very nice. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of notch or clip. There's no right or wrong way to put them in here, it appears. Let's see here. I want to see if they come out without hitting the button. Okay. So it's nothing fancy, it just drops them. But yeah. Whoa! Watch your eyes. Okay. All right. There you can see them. Very nice. And let's see if we can't pop Kanan back out of there. All right. So what we want to do here is give him his lightsaber back. And all right, Kanan stands on his own. Alright guys, there it is from the TV show Rebels. This is a Y-Wing Scout Bomber. And thanks for watching everyone, I really appreciate it. And if you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.